Oh, I don't have any unused applications. Hi, everybody. We are about a minute early, but I just wanted to welcome everybody. For all of you that see my special guest next to me, I'm going to introduce her in just a moment. We are so excited. So I am back. I am supposed to have surgery tomorrow, and we'll talk about that down the road. But I want to introduce everybody to the amazing, amazing Grace Kilpatrick. Many of you will know her on Facebook as Philip Grace.
Hello, everybody.
She is probably, what did Nikki just say? That she wants a whole Pinterest of just
Yes.
Grace's finishes.
Yes.
So, hey, Wanda, Tina, thank you. Grace is in town for the day. Her husband dropped her off, and she gets to spend a day in the shop. What's your first impressions?
So much fabric. So when my boxes I think delayed, I understand a heck of a lot better.
Thank you.
It is wall to wall fabric.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a big area. I mean, wall to wall in, a building that's like 80 feet long or 100 feet long. I don't even know how big that building is back there, but it is really long.
It is huge. It'd take you about 2 or 3 weeks every single day coming in to go through it all.
Yeah, that's what one lady said. She sent her husband home the other day and said she just wanted to spend a couple of hours just looking at fabric. So, hi everybody, Terry. I'm so sorry I did not get a full Christmas show ready for you, but I will do a Christmas show next week just for you with uh Grace coming into town. I wanted to show some of the new stuff that's come out, but also some of her finishes. So you guys will get to see some of her finishes, some of the things that she brought. We're excited to have that. Couple of things I want to talk about. Expo. Needlework Expo is an online virtual show for designers to showcase to us. Basically, it's like a show, sort of like Nashville, but it's virtual. We will have up an album. We'll put an album up. It's not going to be as extensive as Nashville, where we can take orders up until the time that it starts. We'll probably cut it off a day or two early. We're hoping that the designers will will send us the information. We'll get it up. We'll cut off orders. We'll get the exact dates. Tina may know the exact dates of it. Unfortunately, I don't. I wasn't going to participate, but I thought, you know what? Um, I think I need to participate because it is a big show, and a lot of designers do design for it. Some of our regulars. So, hey everybody, yes, I am back. I do. This is kind of weird. Grace and I were just talking about this. So my husband, I haven't shared with everybody. I asked him to go in to see the dermatologist also because of my melanoma and basal cell carcinoma diagnosis. He went in, and 2 days after we got up to Canada, the doctor called and told him he has melanoma on his left shoulder right here. So they're going in tomorrow to cut his out. I'm supposed to go in for surgery tomorrow. He kept getting notices from the clinic to pre-register and to confirm the appointment. I haven't received any of that. So I'm quite concerned that they might have forgotten about my surgery tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking because, and Nikki came over a little while ago and she's like, yeah, they always do you know, confirm your appointment or cancel your appointment or a reminder. I haven't received anything like that. And when I realized that, it was too late to call because they had already closed. And I called the answering service and she goes, you can only do this for an emergency. So I'll get up early in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, and I will check to see if I do have surgery tomorrow. But basically, what they're going to do is they're going to cut on this side of the face all the way down in a triangle and cut out all the cancer. It has gone into my sinuses, so they have to go a little deeper over here and right under my eye. So I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. The melanoma treatment is in a week and a half. And Needlework Expo is August 27th through the 29th. So anyway, other than that, my trip was awesome. I was able to see my niece, her new baby, who's 9 months old. I was not able to see my other nephew and his wife and their little baby Joan because they got COVID 2 days before we left. And so, and she just had a baby boy a couple of days, Monday, 4 weeks early. So there are some complications there, but they are doing fine now. The baby is on oxygen. So other than that, things are good. And your trip, how long are you guys on the road for?
14 days.
14 days in a car, the three of you.
In a car, the three of us.
With a 14-year-old.
Yes.
But she's actually good. What does she do? Does she read or just...
She has all her little electronics, DVD player, Nintendo Switch. We feed her, so, you know.
She's good.
She's good,
sweet.
yes.
She's so sweet. Grace brought me a gift, and did I bring it in? I'm not even sure I did. Oh, yeah, I did. So Grace brought me this that she made all by hand. All by hand, she made this. By hand, no sewing machine.
No sewing machine.
No sewing machine.
No.
And she, this is just adorable. She put it on Berkshire hives. And this, we do have, this is a Roveras pattern. We have discontinued Roveras, but there are a lot of bee patterns.
Yes.
Tons of them. Praiseworthy Stitches. I'm sorry, not Praiseworthy. Primrose Cottage,
Primrose.
Annabella's. They all have this. And then you went to the store.
I went to the store and I purchased the little bee fabric, which you can find in any little fabric store. Joann's, Michael's online.
So cute. And then
that is just a regular black cording from Joann's. And the same thing with the ribbon. I think the ribbon I got like from Michael's.
And then you just sewed it
and
on.
I just hand sew everything, decide how big I want it. And
can you imagine if she had a sewing machine? Should be an animal.
I do have a sewing machine. It just takes too long to hook it up.
Oh, it's easier for you to hand stitch it all.
Yes.
Oh my God. It is just perfect. It is just perfect. And it's going to be on my door to my office where I am the queen bee. I love this. See how mine hanging up here? So we're going to hang that up and it's going to go on my door. I'm excited about it. So, and then what we're going to do first, I think, I'm just trying to think. Let's go over the stuff you brought.
Okay.
Okay?
All
I
right.
think that will be fun. Grace brought a number of things that she's working on or has finished. What we're excited about is, as many of you guys know, Grace is very, very active in the WIP group. In fact, she's so active, we are going to make her, she doesn't know this, we are going to make her an admin in that group.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So if she wants to change the cover, she can put her finishes up in the WIP group. But we're going to make her an admin in that group because she's so active in there. And if she wants to post any tutorials, any things like that, she'll be able to do it without having to go through Tina or myself or Stephanie to do it.
Oh, excellent. Thank
Let's
you
see,
so
what's
much.
this?
So, of course, I have
Patience gray bags.
my patience bags.
Isn't that awesome?
And I love them. They're so nice and sturdy.
Yeah, she does a great job, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. And the first thing Riley saw when she was in here, oh, there's a Baby Yoda one.
Oh, she hasn't seen it yet.
No, she has not seen it yet. So, let's see. Should I do the...
Hi, Maggie. For those of you that are just joining us, this is the pillow that Grace made for me and brought to me today, along with a whole bunch of bags of community coffee. I'm going to be so happy. I have that little thing that goes in my Keurig, and I can pop in some coffee in there and have community here at work, too. Okay.
So, this is some of the stuff that I have brought with me.
This is a Sue Hillis. Women who behave rarely make history. And so we picked 3 or 4 different fabrics just for her to get an idea. This one is the Harlequin fabric. Now, what's neat about this one, oh, I didn't realize this one had a line in it, so you might just have to take that little piece home. This could be done on any of the Harlequins, even the smaller ones. It's not a very big one, but this would be fun to put on there. The other one is Script. I think Script is adorable.
I think Script is good too.
Yeah, Script.
Script.
And then we picked papyrus fabric. I also thought papyrus paper would be neat, but I love the papyrus. I actually like that a lot because it looks like an old map or an old parchment. So I love that. These, I don't know how those got folded like that. So we will get these up in the album afterwards. Grace will be here, so we're going to film the show together, and then she can take her pieces so I don't forget what's hers and what's mine. So we'll get that. We'll just put it down there so it's not confusing. Oops, sorry. No, you're fine. We'll put this up here because I forgot to get. Okay, this is Mermaids of the Deep Blue. Grace is working on it right now. She's putting it on Grace's Ocean. This is named after Grace. This was made for Grace. God, has it been 3 years now?
Yes.
3 years ago, we made this for Grace for a piece. It comes in portrait and landscape. This will give you an idea of how even weave looks so different from Ada and how it dies. So this is what she's working on. This is a big learning piece. So this is just gorgeous. So this is how light it is compared to the Ada or the linen. I love it because I love the subtlety.
Yes. So
as you can see, Grace is working on this. Was this your first even weave piece?
This is really my first even weave. Yes.
And what do you think?
On your fabric.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it. I was really surprised. It's nice and soft. It's easy to work with. And the beads, when you attach the beads to it, it seems to sit exactly where I need it to.
Right where you need it.
Yes.
When you worked on other beads, they're slanted and everything.
Yeah, they're slanted, and you have to maybe jiggle them a little in a spot.
So Nikki and I noticed today that Grace beads as she goes. And do you want to explain why you do that?
I find it a little bit easier. I get to see the product as I bring it to life, because if I wait till the end, it just seems a little more overwhelming.
Yeah. Just
to sit there and constantly bead and bead and bead. And now at least I know this part is done. And you're stitching her. This is how I am. I stitch I bead as I go. I outline as I go. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I like that is I like to see that finished project up there. You know, I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't like her face. Well, if you finished her face, it would be really different, you know? Right.
But I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. I think this is going to be just breathtaking. What I like about this is I like the subtlety of this fabric. And the reason why I like the subtlety of it is these colors are just going to be amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
And I also learned one thing, too, with the beads. I use a hoop, one of the, like a quick snap hoop, and it doesn't hurt the beads. And I was really surprised about that.
The quick snap, is that the one that has the hook on the bottom? Yeah.
Yes.
And one thing that Grace did say is that she takes off her hoop whenever she's not working on the project. And you'll be able to see that on something that I'm going to show you later on in the show that we're doing, that we're going to show. But when you do your bead, Grace, do you go through twice or do you go through once?
I go up and then it looks like an X.
Okay.
By the time I'm done.
Exactly.
But I want the hole to be not slanted. I want them straight.
And so you do. So what you're doing is you're coming up, just say you come up in the bottom, go down in the top, come up in the bottom, go down in the top.
Yes.
You're basically making an X with a bead on it.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, I'm going to just put that with that and then we'll get photos.
And then
I'm just so excited.
This is last year's, isn't it last year's?
Last year's issue, which I think is one of the better issues that has come out in a long time.
Yes.
A lot of smalls, a lot of ornaments, a lot of fun.
Yes.
And she's going to do something. And I'm so excited about this. This was her idea. This was not my idea. And so what she's going to do is she's going to show you, what she's doing with these. I think we laid them in there.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. This is so fun. So wait till you see this.
So, this is my little...
This is her little Yum I can't even say it. Ghoul Whip.
Ghoul Whip.
And it's done on pumpkin pie.
Yes.
And I forgot to grab some, but you can see pumpkin pie. We'll grab some after the show to take a picture of it. What Grace is going to do is she's going to explain to you right now how she makes these ornaments. This is so exciting. So exciting.
I cut out on sticky board. And then I take the sticky part and I put down batting from a quilt. So this way your cross
really
stitch,
thin,
very thin. I've used foam board. You can use whatever you want, but I find the sticky board is the best. It's easier to cut out too.
Yeah, because it doesn't. If you're using foam core board tends to not be even. It frays. Yeah, and so it doesn't have even things. Now, when you cut this out, do you use like a razor cut? Do you use, like a razor blade, or do you use scissors?
I've used scissors. In the beginning, I used scissors. Now I have the Logan, I think it's like 4 something. And it's a mat board that I use to cut and make sure all my lines are exactly where I need them to be.
That's awesome.
But you can use a ruler if you're good with a ruler, good with scissors. You can do bottle or those box cutters.
Yeah.
Anything that you have.
That's awesome. Okay.
And then I start to sew. And everything's hand sewn. So I lace. I'll put the picture exactly where I need it. Make sure everything is ironed. And then I start to sew where I want everything.
So you're just lacing it.
I am lacing.
Yeah. When she means sewing, she's lacing it all on the back.
It's all laced.
Okay.
Then I go and I find whatever doodads I like. And this one just happened to be what I liked because it sort of reminded me of Beetlejuice.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, very much so.
And then your nice little pins, and I finish. Because then I go ahead and I hand sew each little spot.
She hand sews it. I thought she was going to glue it.
No, you can use hot glue. I'm a mess with hot glue.
Yeah, I am too. I'd have it all over the front.
Yes, it's in the front, it's in the back, it's in my hair, it's on the dogs. So, no, I sew.
Okay, so how are you sewing it on there? Like, yeah, do you go over it?
I do a little whip stitch through each little spot. A little whip stitch.
Okay, let me hold this up. So you're doing a whip stitch. Are you catching?
I catch the ribbon. She
catches the braid, the cord, and does a whip stitch. So will the whip stitch, you'll see it on the front?
Yes and no. There's some in the beginning where I could see my stitch, but now I can do it to where I don't see it anymore.
Okay, so it's just practice?
It's practice. It's a lot of practice. And then once that's done, I take a piece of fabric, Halloween fabric, and I use my iron to make sure all the lines are good, and then I stitch a cover fabric. So when it hangs up, it doesn't matter if it goes this way or this way, it's still done.
Okay, so when you're going to make it to however long you want it here.
Yes.
And then you'll trim this off.
Yep.
And then you'll put a piece of fabric behind it.
Yes.
And you'll whip stitch that fabric on also.
Yes, I'll whip stitch it on also. Now you can use heavy heat and bond and go ahead and iron it.
But what about your edges?
You really have to make sure that everything is
on there for the heat and bond.
There, yes.
Okay, now do you fold under the edges so that the edges are not out?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you just kind of do like a thin
little line with my iron. So this way I know where I need to stitch.
So she has just laced that on there. She's got it just perfectly smooth on the front here. She whip stitches that cording on after she pins it, and then she'll put fabric on the back and whip stitch that on.
Yes.
I know that one lady, I love the idea of the fabric. I know one lady that came in last week, she made some sort of like this, and she put felt on the back.
Yes.
Black felt.
Yep.
Anything you've got.
You can do
what are you lacing with?
Oh, I use JP Coats. I use a hand quilting thread, only because I find that it's stronger, because when I pull, sometimes I don't want my thread to break.
Do you see that, Brenda? It's not floss.
No.
It's just a coats quilting thread. You're using a quilting thread.
Yes.
And it doesn't necessarily matter what color you use, because this is going to be covered. So if you just buy a spool of quilting thread at Joann's or Hobby Lobby, in a neutral color or in a color you are going to be using, it doesn't really matter. I personally would not use black because it might show through whatever you do on your backing, but any of these is awesome. What we're going to do is we're going to take some photos of this, do a tutorial. I'll put together a tutorial and put it in the WIP group.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, do you want to show them what you're making there? The next one in the book.
Yes. The next one I'm making, and this is how they
same
all
same
start.
book.
Same book. Whoops. But this one, I have a witch with a black cauldron that after I get it all pinned and put the cording on, I will hot glue it to the cauldron.
So it is a 3D cauldron. I mean,
yes.
It's a... Oh, my gosh. Okay, wait. Yes. The cauldron is like... It would look like this.
Yes.
And it's just a cauldron. And you're going to glue it to the outside of the cauldron?
I'm going to glue it to the outside of the cauldron.
Oh, my gosh. And where did you find the cauldron?
The cauldron, oh, my goodness. It must have been something I had from, like, years ago.
See, that's what I love about you. And this is what she was telling me about Philip. When he's out, he finds things for her.
Yes, go ahead.
He'll go out and he'll go, I think you can use this. He was at a trading store in North Dakota. They live in Texas. He was at a trading store in North Dakota and he picked her up beads. And these are how many ounces? I mean, I can't even tell you how many ounces.
There's like...
I can't even tell you, but these are like seed beads that she can use for her projects, where you get a little package of Mill Hill beads for $1.90. He got these for $5 a package with so much in them. So she can use these.
He picks me up things like little snowflakes, if anybody sees near the cash register, little birds, little
Wait till
bees.
you see this. She got these at Joann's, and I haven't been at Joann's in years. Was this recent?
That was recent.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys ready for this?
Here's my thread.
These are bees charms, and they're absolutely adorable. I think they're so cute. I think it'd be so cute. This is what's so fun about Grace, and this is why the wonky boxes are so popular, is we add a charm most of the times. You could just take that little charm and just sew it right on there for the queen bee, and you could just sew one of those on. And so we've got a lot of people in the wonky group, in the wonky party. They'll say, oh, I love that charm. Can I buy more? I'm like, I don't know if I have any more, because that's just for the wonky box.
Right.
Clever.
And then next.
Did you say you had your thread so I can show Brenda?
Yeah. That's my thread.
So Brenda, this is a dual duty hand quilting plus. And then what is it? Black, after I said I wouldn't use black.
Yes.
The only reason I wouldn't use black is if you're going to have a light colored background.
Right.
So it doesn't show through.
Right.
But that's what it is. Sorry. Dual duty. So, yeah. Jenny said he's a keeper.
Yes, he is. And then
Samantha, you're going to have to watch the beginning of the show because you're going to see some of her hints.
Then this is a yarn. And it's an eyelet yarn. And what I do is I take a few pieces of it, I'll braid it or I'll twist it, and then pull the little pieces out, and you can use it as cording. So instead of getting like a half a yard of cording, I can get like 5, 6, 7 yards and do a lot out of it. You can mix colors up.
Yeah. I mean, one skein of this you can get for what you would pay for a yard of cording in most times. And she can get 15 or 20 out of this, depending on how she uses it. Also, when I first saw this, I thought, how clever would this be to stitch this in and use it as hair for a witch?
Oh, that's an awesome idea.
Just fun. And you can find this in Hobby Lobbies, Michael's, and it is called eyelet.
Yes.
And I think it's just really fun. In fact, there might be something for those that might be interested in the wonky boxes. I may put some of this in for the September. like a couple yards of it for everybody, just so you've got ideas. That was a clever idea.
Excellent. And you can even do it. I found some different yarns in Hobby Lobby where I've used it also. Then
I cannot wait to see this done. Cannot wait. This is going to be just amazing. Okay, but there. Wait till you see.
So, I purchased all of this from Cindy, and it's
from one of our favorite designers, Amy Brucken, and the pattern is called Summertime, and she's doing this red cardinal on this watermelon. So she stitched it on basalt, which is a Zweigart fabric. We do carry it. It comes in 14 and I believe 32 even. So this is what she's going to do. Oh my gosh. This is over the top.
So when I am finished, he is going to be a little ornament
with
feathers. It is going to be done on the feathers. And the feathers I actually found at Michael's.
Did you just go in thinking I want to find red feathers?
No, I went in for something else.
And you saw the red feathers and went, I've got to have those.
I've got to have them because I was working on this.
And you were working on that and you just saw them.
Yep.
Is that not the cutest? When I saw this, Nikki just fell in love with this. And are you going to make it to where he's just going to be like an ornament?
He's going to be just like an ornament.
Are you going to put like a cording on him?
I'll put a little cording on the back. Just you know, the feathers will be standing up because I have dogs.
Is that not the cutest ever? Absolutely brilliant. And we'll just lay that down there. Okay.
Okay.
And then she's working on a kit. Oh, let me have the Halloween and then we'll put it down here and then I'll get all the photos from you.
All right.
So she's working on a kit for her dog keeper.
And she's the sweetest lady and loves my dogs and she stays at the house.
Oh, she stays at your house?
She stays at my house.
I think we've had a dog eat it.
It wasn't my dog though, so that's a good thing. And it's Stony Creek.
Stony Creek Sea Babies. And oh, how cute is this?
And she started it on Even Weave.
Oh, she started it?
She started it, but because she is older, she was having a tougher time seeing. So I have...
Oh!
And it does come with one of those little life... boys.
Oh, yeah.
You throw it out and you can save
somebody's
life.
Oh, a buoy. I mean, like a life thing. Yeah.
But I told her when it goes back to her, she should just put her initials in there.
I think that'd be great.
So
she started this back in 17, huh?
Yes.
That's, oh my gosh.
So.
Oh my gosh. That is just adorable. And so let me ask you, she had stitched part of it.
Yes.
But her eyes had gone bad. Did you have a hard time? Did she stitch like you? When I've been asked to finish something. So can you explain that?
I think every stitcher has a different technique that they use. And I think her technique was up and down and up and down. Where I do more of a
sewing stitch.
A sewing stitch.
That's what I stitch.
Exactly. And I also noticed too with her that she does each square or each line to back stitch, and I do a long stitch.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's interesting. So just little different things.
Yes.
Sailing over the wide blue sea, sparkling waves gently rock, sweet baby Carolyn fast asleep. Oh, just adorable. Could you imagine this on one of our water fabrics?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful.
As we say, life is too short to stitch on boring fabric.
That's right.
So, okay, I'm going to put this one down here, and then we'll get it from you. Okay.
So.
She has already stitched Evanora. She's already stitched that. She is now working on Claire. And she's going to stitch it on snake skin for her mom. But she dyed her own fabric, and she's stitching it on the fabric that she dyed. Now, what I'm going to ask her, this is a tip for all of you, is she dyed this. Have you ever dyed before?
No.
Do you want to explain what you did?
I did a Rit dye. And what I did before I even used my fabric, I got the dye that's liquid. And then I used t-shirts to see how I would want to scrunch it or anything else. I wanted to make sure that I didn't screw up my fabric, because it's expensive no matter what. And once I got it to where I understood what it should be like, and I put it in a glass and how much water and everything to add, it was easy to do. You can also do the powder.
Yeah, there's powder, there's liquid. Did you preset it first?
Yes.
With soda ash?
Soda ash, yes. Oh, yes.
That's one thing that you will not want to forget. You will want to use soda ash. If not, this fades over time if you don't set your fabric.
Yes.
So for those of you, you can, if you want to dye your own fabric, a lot of people don't set it, and then later they're going, well, it wasn't this color, you know, a couple of years ago when I started it. So you want to make sure you use soda ash. I love liquid Rit dye.
Yes.
And in fact, we have told David, our new employee, that he's going to be helping us dye some fabric in the next few weeks. And he's like, oh, okay. I didn't know I was going to be doing that. So we have told him he's going to. I'm going to show you a couple of pieces here. One was stitched by Penny on Milan, and one was stitched by the wonderful late Pandora Gaines. It's been a year since we lost Pandora, which is shocking. Just shocking. This is our pattern. This is our design. And this is my two dogs, Stick and Rudder. I have two golden retrievers at home. And this is one of them. And this one is on Winding Road. And this one is on Blue Sky Road. And I just love these. In fact, I'm thinking, did Penny Ann stitch both of these? Penny Ann might have stitched both of these. And then the one I have from Pandora might be on another fabric. But these are just fantastic.
They're beautiful.
So some of the fabrics we designed for it. This one is more, I'll have to ask Tina or Maggie. I believe this one is called Western Sky. We realized it didn't have a bottom where we could stitch them. But this would be fun to even stitch this like they're on a road right here with the Western Sky behind them.
Yep.
And then the other fabrics that we have, and you only need a 17.5 by 19. The other one is Winding Road.
Two of them.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Just like that, Winding Road. You could just stitch that on there, or you could stitch a motorcycle. You could stitch, that'd be fun to stitch Tyler Hines' motorcycle.
Bears crossing.
Bears. Yeah. Bear crossing is exactly right. And then, don't laugh. I went back to pull up this one. This is called Sunset Road. Nope, this is Winding Road again. Sorry. I meant to pull up. But I thought, how fun would it be? Because this would just be my two that would be out there riding along.
Oh, yes.
And there would be a lightning right there. That would be my two right there. They'd be in that thing. And in fact, whenever they pull out the motorcycle, they're both out there wanting to be on it. So, but that was fun, and we'll get that up. It's a fun stitch. And so if anybody knows, this is our motorcycle. We have this motorcycle, and we have the two dogs, Stick and Rudder. Cat Watto said no bears.
No bears.
Cat will not come from Australia to visit us because she's terrified of bears. But the thing is I'm thinking, you live in a country that has more animals that will kill you than anything.
Yes.
Kim, I get my soda ash on Amazon. Where did you?
I got mine at Joann's.
Joann's? Okay.
Yes, Joann's had it at the time. And a little goes a long way.
Little goes a long way.
I've even got it. They have one that's Arm & Hammer at Walmart.
Oh, and they do have it?
Yes, it's called Soda Ash.
And what area would that be in? In the laundry area, or would it be?
It was in the laundry area.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's where you don't think it would be
Exactly.
But they use it to set clothing. Like if you get, if a lot of people that buy Nike or find out a lot of their clothes are fading, so they started carrying soda ash.
Right.
So now are these all
Those
fabric?
all
These are
fabrics.
okay. These are all Sharons Corner.
Yes.
So we're gonna do Sharons Corner. In fact, we can leave them over there. Sorry.
Okay.
And I'll just have you hold them up.
Okay.
Sharons Corner's fabrics that we carry that you don't see a lot of, and we thought that you guys would like this. This one is called Big Silver Snowflakes. This one's been a really popular pattern for us because it's subtle and you could do so much with it. Even though the snowflakes are so big, they're very unique. This one, I love this one. I'm trying to think who bought this recently. Maybe Kristen Morris. This one is Santa's Wrapping Snowflakes. And there's a lot you could do on this. I just don't know what. I would be really curious to know what Kristen did on this. Love it. In stock, 14 count. This one is called, not named, but I think this one's called, oh my gosh, Tina, you're going to have to help me on this one. We have Funky Snowflakes, and then we have this one, and I think the Funky Snowflakes have a heart in the center. This one does not have the heart.
This one's pretty too.
One of my favorite fabrics is Ice Gemstone. Very subtle, but very awesome. I think this is one of the prettier fabrics we've ever had. This one was unique. It's funny. I showed this to Grace, and she's like, "I've never seen this," and I'm like, "Neither have I." I'm just kidding. This is Mermaid Scales medley, and if you can see, the scales are minutely small. Very unique. This would be fun to do anything kind of with fish or.
Those two ladies in the inner tube.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
That would be.
This one has been really popular. Really, really popular. This is the Creationist Medley. And this will be like this. Very popular. I know Marisa, who does a stitch along, she has just recently purchased this, so I don't know if she's going to be using this for that. But you can order any of these separately, which the Blue Creationist we sell a ton of. Mm-hmm. But that one's really fun. Oh, did we? Oh, yeah. This was this was a surprise to us. Another one, another medley I had not remembered. It's called Natural and Dyed. So this has autumn maples, mocha parchment, a pink, and then it's got the gray. That's either like Kansas Sky or one of those on it. Did we lose that? Oh, we're okay.
It's just the bottom.
Yeah,
put it in there.
Okay, and then we also have a chicken wire medley with 4 different chicken wires. Great for small little farm designs. Home is on the farm. You could do some little chickens, stuff like that. Wonderful medley. And everybody who has pets has to have the paw prints medley. It comes with pastel paw prints, gray or brown paw prints, a more brown. This is a gray brown, a brown, and then the frame. I know a lot of people have been stitching memorials in this frame, putting the dog's name or the cat's name in this frame and the time they lived. What's their name? Country Cottage Needlework has a little dog memorial that would be really cute. Okay, this one is called Abstract Mix. I really like this one because they've taken Thinking of You, Sea Coral, or Changing Seasons.
Then watercolor.
Yep, watercolor wisps, which you've liked. You've really enjoyed that.
Yes.
And Spring Mist.
I've done my bees on some of these.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, because when she wanted the watercolor wisps, I was like, oh, I'm so glad someone likes those. This is another one that is a new medley. It's got the butterfly with flowers, the mosaic, the other butterflies, and the kitten. So a lot of medleys I'm showing you today. Frosty Snowflakes. Thank you, Tina. There's Funky and there's Frosty. Funky has a heart in them. This one is the More Leaves. So this is a darker leaves medley, but this is a really fun one. What I totally see on this one is just a bird.
Oh, yes.
Like a robin. Kitty and me's robin, her colorful robin would be really cool on that. And birds. I totally see birds on these. Or I see, you guys want to laugh about this, but I see a black cat hiding in the moss leaves. Like a little cat hiding. Okay, this one, does it say what it is on the end? I know what it, Mom's Wallpaper. This literally was Gavork's mom's wallpaper. I believe it was this one, and he changed the colors on some of them, and he calls it Mom's Wallpaper. And she's so embarrassed, I think she took it down. But I love it. This one is called the Arch Floral Arches. These would be for smaller designs. Fun. This one would be fun for like a small wedding gift or even a little girl.
Putting their initials.
Yeah.
Or even a birth announcement.
Exactly. Really, really fun. This is a really big one, but we carry this in all the different sizes. This is the 18 by 27, and this one is called Love. I can't remember, Tina. I'm so sorry. But they make it in portrait and landscape. Something about Love You to the Moon and Back, I believe is what it's called. But I totally see a Mirabilia or even a Bella Filipina on that.
The one that looks like an angel.
Yes. Then this is the Shabby Chic Wood, our Gold Stars on Wood, on Whitewashed Wood medley. I'm not sure. I think that's what he calls it, Gold Stars on Whitewashed Wood. Remember, you can get this. You can get the Gold Stars on whitewash, on blue whitewash, on pink whitewash, and yellow whitewash. Blue and pink are both really popular. We've had orders for those this week. So that is Sharons Corner. Sharons Corner, again, is fabrics that we carry that you may not see a lot of. So, yeah, Sunset Road. Thank you. Love You to the Moon is exactly what she said. Okay. Weeks Dye Works. Weeks Dye Works, the next 6 in our series of fabrics, of floss, pink sand, pistachio, plum, porpoise, pumpkin, and purple haze. And I have to tell you, the pistachio is really, really neat. It's got like 3 different colors of green in it. And the pumpkin one, always good to have in your stash. But those are the next 6 in the series. I gotta take them off in order so I can put them back in order. How funny is that? I'm gonna have Grace get the next 6. This was so exciting. I didn't want to tell anybody that Grace was on with us today, just to surprise everybody. So we are so pleased to have her. So we have her for the day, and then this afternoon we're going to go get some German food.
Which makes my husband very happy. And as long as he's driving and he's happy, we're good to go.
That's so awesome. Okay, Classic Color Works. We have Wild Berries. Beautiful, beautiful color. Very mixed. Very nice color. Weeping Willow, Wasabi, Wavy Navy, beautiful, beautiful navy with 2 different colors of navy in it. Wild Oats and Watley Woodlands. The Wavy Navy is a really, really great blue. It's got like a royal blue and then the really navy. A great mix. For variegation, this is an awesome one. I love that one.
They're very beautiful colors.
Yeah, once you see it, you see them, you're like, wow, those are really neat.
And also, too,
so someone's messaging me during the show. For those of you waiting on the Sulky Threads, which was one they released quite a while ago, but it had a metallic in it, it still has not arrived because there is an issue with the metallic. So we have made a few of them where we took metallics from other sets, but we don't have enough to make all of them. So we will find out on Wednesday if they are going to ship our order to us. Okay, next we have from Sampler Thread, celery, really light yellows and greens. Cast iron skillet, which looks just like a Dutch oven cast iron skillet. Chalk, probably one of our best sellers. Caramel corn, carrot, and carriage black. And what I like about the carrot is it's like no other orange out there. It's so vibrant, so orange, and it's just got a really neat look. Okay. While she's pulling up some of these, oh, I'm going to go through some Mill Hill kits that we have in stock. I swear this looks like my stick. This one is called Ski Dog. Floral Pumpkin. These come with everything in them. The kit, the beads, the buttons, and all the floss. And the perforated paper. Water Pump. Witch's Brew. That one's cute.
Oh, that one comes with the cat too.
Yeah, it comes with the black cat. So that's kind of cool, isn't it? This little guy. This one's really cute. This one is called Playful Cat. So these are older ones, but we do have them in stock. And also color variations. We have sets, but we also carry color variations and by themselves. We have all in stock. This one is the holiday collection, and it comes with the patterns that are at the bottom. And this one is the Amazon collection. Love those leaves. And it comes with those two patterns. So it's a pretty good deal where they show you the pattern, where you have the patterns and everything. Okay, we're going to jump in and we're going to show you a Bent Creek. I love this saying. It's called Begin. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. I love the whole story behind it. I love just the whole picture. I picked Spring Mist, and Grace picked, I love this, Purple and Green with Fairy Dust. So we've got, pretty much we both went for like the same idea, but I love it. I think if I were to pick it again, I would definitely pick Grace's choice. There, I think it's a really neat choice for that. I think it would bring out a lot of, the green will really stand out.
I love that little hedgehog.
I know. So there's a whole series of these. I think they have about 11 of them now. And we picked the slushy. Any slushy would do. They're small. There's a number of these. There's a snail, a bee, a raccoon, a fox, hedgehog, squirrel, seahorse. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the others. Ladybug. There's a whole bunch of them. And any of the slushies, you could grab one slushie and get 4 of them done. Okay, Grace, if that was, what did we do that one? I don't remember. Okay, this one, and it's To All a Good Night. Grace picked, I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. She picked Looking at the Stars. Very, very clever, very cute. And then I went and picked Night Sky with Moon. So we both went for the kind of the same look, same idea, but I love hers with the trees. I think that's a really neat look. This one, oh, that's what we did. This fabric, yeah. Okay. Yes. This one's Autumn Acorn Gathering from With Thy Needle and Thread. And we just grabbed the natural and dyed slushy and thought it'd be cute to put on those two. But not slushy, medley, but you also get these 2 extra ones to go with something else. But we loved these 2 on it.
And awesome. I use a lot of these medleys when I'm doing any type of ornament.
You just take the medley and cut them?
I just take the medley, cut it, and then I don't feel like I'm wasting a whole piece of fabric.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and we put it on Snow on Blue. Loved the color, loved the look of it, and the white will show up. If it were me, I would almost use Itole in white for a sparkle to give it a sparkle.
And
Susan, just message me after the show and I'll get you in touch with her.
you could also use the Weeks Dye Works for the trees.
Yes, yes, exactly. Then you wouldn't have to change the color all the time. Be Mine, we went two totally different ways on this. I went with gingham and Grace went with bright Halloween green. So clever. And what I like about this, Grace was right, this was probably a little busy, but Grace went with this, and that Be Mine will really, really show up on her green. Love that. Love that look. KK, have a good day at work. Okay, Floyd and Flurry, and I put that on Snow on Purple. I think it's actually called Snow on Blueberry. Many people don't know we have this.
It's very pretty.
Isn't it gorgeous? It's a real purple. And I just hope he can make it, because I don't know if this was a sandy fabric, but I'm sure he can. This one is gingerbread, and the choice to make it on this fabric is Grace's, and she did a great job. She picked gray microscope. That'll be awesome. This one is Gingham Greetings and Gingham Greetings 2. They're both small. They're fun little ornaments. I grabbed a medley.
Skies and Stars.
Skies and Stars medley, and I thought it'd be really, really fun to put it on that. Just to give it a whole different look. I don't think you need, it's only a 5x7, so you can use the small one of the peppermint frame for Mrs. Claus's Bakery. And I think it would be really, really cute on the medley, on the peppermint frame, or just even the peppermint. I think it'd be really fun. You might need to change the color of the little tray, but hey, make it red, make it green, make it Christmassy. This one is Rudolph and Mr. Claus, and I thought it would be fun on the gray chalkboard instead of the deep, deep black. I think he'd really stand out on that.
I think so too.
Okay, we've got a few more. God, we have a lot, don't we? Tina's gonna hate us.
I know.
Tina, don't hate us. Please don't hate us. Be Sweet finally arrived. We didn't think this was ever going to come in. Everybody that's ordered it, it's on the way. We just grabbed a slushie. It could go on any of the slushies. Would also be really cute on the beehive. But fun. Many of you have already seen Hip Hip Hooray. That was done by Akshay for me. We wanted to show it again. We just thought it was so cute, so perfect. He, instead of stitching the flowers at the bottom and writing Hip Hip Hooray every day, he finished it on our Dreamy fabric medley. And you could use any of them. Is that so cute? So again, Akshay, thank you, thank you, thank you. This one is new from Rosewood Manor, Very Merry Trees. She used the larger snowflakes, but I think it would be fun, since they're just ornaments, to put them on tiny snowflakes. And Grace thought it would be awesome to put them on neutral dye dots, polka dots. Then you can really see the trees really stand out. So it gives you different options with a totally different look, but a really fun look. And I want to thank Karen for using Fabric Flair Fabrics. Okay, this is my pick of the week. Grace thought of this, and this was brilliant. This is Father Winter, and he's really cute. He's on 18 count, he's about 6x7. So on 14 count, let's just say 7x8. But I thought he was sweet. He looks like he's coming in. Grace thought, wouldn't it be fun to just stitch him? This is just the sky, but wouldn't it be fun to just stitch him like he's walking with the rainbow behind him? Very clever, very fun, very different. I went a little step further, and I thought it would be fun to put him on the tree, the winter tree. So this was one of my picks of the week because we weren't even looking at this, and this just happened to just kind of pop itself out, and we both went, "Wow, we like that." Be Happy from Darling and Whimsy. She's the same girl that makes the Quirkies, and we just grabbed a slushie. She's got Be Happy, Be Mine, Be Merry. She's got a ton of bees. It would be really fun on any slushie. And you like this? You like the medleys, don't you?
I do like the medleys because I do a lot of small pieces as I'm working on a big piece. So sometimes when you get discouraged, it's good to do a little piece.
Henrietta and Friends, and I put it on chicken wire. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Be Kind. I did something really unusual. I put it on Queen Bee Palace. I thought it'd be fun to put it on this, but then for those of you that like, well, I don't know about that, I put it on just Beehive. But I loved it on the Queen Bee Palace. You could fit that right on there. It would be really fun. And then you could get a charm and hang it off of there like Grace has. Those charms were just brilliant.
The charms you can pick up anywhere. Anything can be made into a charm.
Actually, I don't know if you're watching, but GH 1857 is in the mail to you. This is a book it's an inspirational book that Simone has done. It is 32 pages of awesomeness. I picked soft damask. I just thought that it had such a subtlety to it that it'd be really, really pretty to stitch that sampler on there. This one is the Gentle Rain, and we put it on Lavender Dyed Effect. You might need to change the colors a little bit, but for those of you that love lavender, like I do, it'd be perfect. Okay, this one was another fun one for me. Oh My Bird. What I did is I picked wet paper, and see it gets brown, it gets different color down there at the bottom. I thought you could stitch it on either this side or this side, whatever look you want. But this was like a perfect piece for this, for Oh My Bird. There's that papyrus paper.
This one was fun too.
Two different looks, totally different looks. Three looks. Above all, love one another. I had two choices. I had handmade paper, which I love, papyrus paper, which was my second choice, and I think Grace's little pirate would be cute on that also. Grace went way off the charts and picked, I love this, and picked the castle walls. Just really clever, really different, really fun. Great job, Grace.
Sometimes when you're picking fabric, I always tell my mama when her and I talk and I show her the fabric, I said, if it doesn't speak to me, don't put it on it.
Exactly. We had fun with this one. Eat Crow. And we put it on September Morn. And the neat thing about it is you could put it on the top or you could put it on the bottom. And then you still have a whole nother piece for it. See that background that you don't want to stitch? You could put it on marble with gold and black. Or we have it in blue and black, and you don't have to stitch any of that background. Yeah.
That would be nice not to stitch that part.
We struggled with this one. God, we spent more time on this one than we did anything in the shop today. This is the Fox Few. And we decided to go with the Dreamy Medley. You could put it on this one, this one, or even that one. You could put it on there and you wouldn't even have to stitch the flowers if you didn't want to, but you could put those little fox right on there and it would be adorable. And because I have fox in my backyard, I'd put it on the night one because that's when they come out for my chickens.
You could probably take each fox and put them on a different,
oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Hill.
That'd be so cute. That'd be adorable. Nope, that wasn't. What did we? Oh, Cheshire Cat. The Cheshire Cat, I grabbed the Harlequin medley because I thought he'd be really, really cute on the medley. You don't need the large one. I think he's quite small, but you could put him in pretty much any of those colors. I think either the red one or the gold one, he would stand out, but I think he'd be really cute. I also thought he'd be cute on the timepiece medley. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hold her till the very end.
Okay.
She's a surprise. Just so we don't forget. This one is a fun piece, and we haven't sold very many of them, and I really, really like it. Scissors with flowers, and I think it'd be beautiful on soft damask. The colors she uses are bright. She uses DMC or Anchor, whatever, but I think this is a really neat piece. This one is Liberty Games. I went with darker and I went with old library marble. The reason why is you can't even see that there's a bunch of stars on there. You can't even see it in the picture. So that's why I went darker so that that would stand out. Oh, an interesting fabric coming up. This is Love is Sweet. I put it on Grace's Hearts. These were made for Grace a couple of years ago. Yeah. Gavork made these for her and called them Grace's Hearts. So whenever you see fabrics with Grace's name, you'll see why. You wouldn't, I think it'd be adorable. And you wouldn't even have to make these hearts. You could just make a string that makes it looks like it's coming from that heart if you wanted to. And we also went with pastel hearts because we thought they would be really cute. But you know what? I just realized this goes with this one.
Oh, that's right.
But we did put this with it. Yeah.
Yeah, we had one that we had a few different fabrics too.
Yep. So this one is new. This is called Possible. If you're happy and you know it, stay in bed. Today is full of possible and Nap Queen. She used basalt, which is what Grace used for her little cardinal. And this was really cute. It's fun, but we went with colorful hearts. It would be great on the second one. If you're happy and you know it, stay in bed. This is the bright, colorful hearts. We loved it. And then we also went with the fairy dust that is pastel colors. We thought that would be really fun for Today is Full of Possible and even for the Nap Queen. So I thought those were really fun. Okay, those just fell. That's good. Okay. Life is too short to stitch on boring fabric, such as white. So Grace picked Snow on Aqua. I think that would be awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. And I picked Falling Snow. I actually like Grace's choice better. I think it looked better, but this is a really fun piece. Really fun piece. So this is back in reprint. Again, it is done on the cheaper fabric, not in the cardstock. Tina's going, this is a lot of...
Tina's going to hate us.
Tina's going to hate us, that's right. Lisa Richardson says, I love those scissors, but hate backstitching. I'm going to make backstitching easy for you. Do you love it?
I do long stitches.
Yeah, she does.
I'm not going to sit there and do every single little box. I'll long stitch it. And I go up to 5, maybe 6 boxes at a time.
Yep, and I'm going to try to do a video where I have the camera above me, and I'm going to try to do a video to show you how I stitch. And then I'll do some long stitches also. I'll try to get that video done. Halloween. This is awesome. This is when I think of Halloween. It does not come with any buttons or pins. She put it on, I think this is called Megan's Sky. This is one that Megan did. No word on Peter's fabric, Terry. And there is not a Mill Hill kit album, Renee. If you want any Mill Hills, we pretty much have, oh, how many do we have in there?
Oh,
hundreds,
lot.
hundreds and hundreds. And if we can get them, we can get them if we have them in stock. But if you ever were to go on Witchild and you look through all of their Mill Hill kits, just let us know what you want. It's too hard to get up a Mill Hill album. I can try. I'll try to put one up, but it's so, we have customers that come in and then we sell a lot of Mill Hill kits to the customers. And then when someone in the group will claim it, we might be already sold out because of customers come in. Daisy Tolson. Oh my gosh, we haven't seen her in years. Good to see you. This is Mermaid Song. Wonderful.
This one's the last one with fabric.
Okay, last one with fabric is Needfuls from the Scarlet House, and Grace picked light parchment. Perfect, perfect choice. Perfect choice. I was, you know me, I was going Damask. Damask. These are ones that we have in stock that we just wanted to show you that have arrived. I'm thinking Jane Siddell here, a Merry Mini Surprise. This is a fun one. I think these would be fun to do on our knit fabric. Would be really fun. Another one from Carolyn Manning, 9 Patch. Back in print, Home for the Holidays. This one is back in print. I don't know how long it's going to be in print. We just got word that it is back in print. It's a very thick book, probably 35, 40 pages. Pomegranate Plum. That is a lot of pink and purple. This one was really interesting. This is a Strawberry Vine project pack. You can make the project pack and stitch it onto one of the mesh bags using banding. We do carry banding. This one is Strawberry Smalls, and it comes with the tin, and I believe it comes with a slide top tin also. So it comes with 2 tins, a slide top tin for your needles, and then a tin inside for strawberries. Really fun. I don't know how long we're going to be able to get that. It seemed like it was on Hoffman, but I don't know how long it's been there, so I don't know if they'll take it off down the road. Horizon. Pixie Petals. Lisa and Sharon Murray love these. This book is amazing. It is amazing. It is a small book of probably 30 pages, smaller format. What I love about this book, it's a lot of smalls done in red work. I'm just going to scan through it real quick so you can get an idea. But she gives you directions on finishing and stitching, doing the whip stitch or doing a stitch to do it. It is absolutely a beautiful book. Just a beautiful book. She's the same lady that made that border book.
And you just don't have to use red thread. You can use any color thread
any
you
color,
want.
any color. This was a really fun new fabric. This is called Pink Victorian Wallpaper. Absolutely love it. I love the color. And I picked Rosamund to go on it, to where it looks like she's in her bedroom with the pink wallpaper behind her. I love it. Do you love it?
Beautiful.
So Grace, before we close, I want to ask you how long have you been stitching?
I have been stitching, oh gosh, almost 40, no, about 40 years. My mom taught me to needlepoint first.
Oh, do you like needlepoint?
No.
Oh, I don't either.
No.
We had a couple of ladies on the ship that were doing needlepoint, and I just told them, I don't do needlepoint. And I love Sarah and her mother. They were wonderful. And Sarah, we're hoping will come out, but she's starting to come out. And I mean, she's starting to cross stitch, and she just started a piece she picked up in Alaska. But I'm not a big needle pointer. I don't know if it's because I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I like the detail of cross stitch, more detail.
I like the fact that I can use my own colors. I don't want somebody just to tell me what colors, which is why I switched from kits
to do your own thing.
Do my own thing.
Now, if you were to tell a new stitcher something, I always tell people it's not hard to learn to cross stitch. It's not hard at all. What is some of your best advice to stitchers, whether old stitchers, new stitchers? What have you learned along the way?
To get somebody interested, especially a new stitcher, they want to see a finished product. Coaster is great to make. Something small into a little pillow.
Ornament.
An ornament. Anything that is very easy, and it just takes practice.
Yeah.
The first time, don't worry about which way your stitches are going. You're going to figure that out along the way.
Yeah.
Further down the road. But to begin with,
small. Don't start out. Yeah. So, and that's what I always tell people. We had a lady come in this week. She was brand new. We sold her a couple of little Riolas kits of a little bat, a little bat and a little cat. And I just told her, I said, my only advice is just to remember that your stitches on the bottom go one way and your stitches on the top go another way. I said, that's the advice I'm going to give you. And she's like, wow, thank you. I would have never known that. And so a lot of people, you know, get into these cross stitch groups, and people just lay into them about their stitches going the wrong way. But you don't need to, you can do it constructively and just say, you know, after stitching for this many years, this is my suggestion. And you know what? I don't care what your back looks like. I don't care.
Yes.
You know, I'm not going to be the cross stitch police. You know, when you come in, I'm not going to turn it over and say, oh, it looks horrible. I'm not going to do that. So I don't care what your back looks like, you know, and I want you to enjoy cross stitch.
Exactly.
And you love it.
I love it. I've loved it since the day I started stitching.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So I cannot tell you how exciting it is. Grace is going to help me today. We're going to start putting some fabrics away. I decided why not start putting the fabrics away that are 14 count so Grace can just look through them and then we'll move to the 28 count because now that she's stitching on that. But anyway, thank you guys. I will keep you posted or have Tina post tomorrow if I do make it to surgery. I'm a little concerned because they didn't have me do they checked me they did a pre-op for my pre-authorization, I guess. Pre-authorization, but they didn't have me confirm. They didn't have me do a pre-check to sign in, but they had Jim do it. So Jim is getting surgery tomorrow for melanoma on his shoulder, and I'm hoping I'm getting surgery tomorrow. I mean, that's horrible to say. I'm hoping I'm getting surgery tomorrow, but I'm hoping that I get to go through because I don't want to delay it again. So thank you, Grace. I'm excited to spend the day with her.
I'm excited to spend the day with you too.
Oh, we're so excited. So excited. So anyway, love to everybody and thank you. Thanks for joining us. I know you have a ton of choices out there to buy from, and we really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.